What's good? What's good? Shame TV, your host. You know who it is. What's good, everybody? You know I don't go live a lot. But again, I'm looking to change all of that. I'm looking to change all of that. But I hope everybody's doing well, man. For everyone who I haven't spoke to in a while, I haven't seen. Hope everybody's staying up. Hope you working, being productive. You know what I'm saying? Doing your fucking thing. Because I'm damn sure trying, the best I can do. And that's it. You know what I mean? Keeping it moving forward and trying to, I guess, maintain that shit. But anyway, let's get it in, man. Pattern recognitionist. You seen the freaking thumbnail, man. The thumbnail is the whole stream. And this ain't gonna be long, guys. I'm just rapping a taste with y'all. That's it. But is it me, man, or are you guys noticing shit, man? Are you noticing certain patterns in society? You noticing certain things that are just, they're not by happenstance, it's what's going on. It's not by happenstance. There has to be something behind it. I look at things in a sense of some things happen because it's just life. With multitude of people living together on a planet and causing actions and doing certain things are going to happen randomly to certain people in a random way sometimes. But the way things are going now, man, it seems like there's a pattern to all of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's, when you look at society, let's just start with education. You know what I mean? Like, it's starting to be a pattern. Like, if you go to schools, the majority of the people in the schools that you see running the schools are women. Back in the day when we went to school, the times when we went to school, y'all know what it was when you had to change clothes for PE, you had to run the mile in a certain time, and right after that shit, you was right back in class, whatever the case may be, keeping it moving. Well, now it's really not like that. And it's not like that because most of the time, the girls didn't really want to participate in that shit. Like most dudes who are in my age group, basically, if you 33 and up, like most most girls didn't want to participate in shit like that. The pattern as far as family goes, family meant something, especially to us. Yeah, man, basically, it's like, it's so simple. Life is simple the way that it was designed to work and the way that it was working. You know what I'm saying? Versus now, it's like, come on, man. Like, there's obvious monkey wrenches being thrown into the world. Again, just to be specific, when you're dealing with people in society, things happen randomly, but not like this. So I touched on one thing. I touched on the education. Why is the education system like this? Well, one reason is the daughters of Confederacy. If you have a school system that was designed a certain way, it's going to work a certain way. That's why it's happening. If you have a group of people who are bound and set on having their own way of life, let's say like the Amish people, you know what I'm saying? Are they going through the same hardships that most of us are going through? And I'm talking about with the degeneracy of society. Now, I'm sure some of their kids are wayward here and there, but for the most part, you don't hear about their society being wayward as far as degenerating right before our eyes. Not to say that we aspire to be Amish, but I hope those who are intelligent enough to see the bigger picture and the point of what I meant by that could comprehend that. So it's like continuing on down that path, you can see it with everything, like with the military, with the gut. Do you notice a pattern? I've noticed a huge pattern where people say shit like it's something, something, something about inclusion, something, something, something about what is it? Diversity and inclusion. But whatever the phrase is, it's the same phrase. You know what I'm saying? It's being echoed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's basically, that's a very good way to put it, man. It's like shit is going in reverse forward. DSA 1, man, that's a very good way to put it. It's like shit is going in reverse forward. And it's going in reverse forward, but it's being accepted. You know? It's like it's an accepted thing to accept degeneracy. You see what I'm saying? That's a normal thing. That's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, if look at it like this, most people in the world who are in America, excuse me, in this current world who live in America, who claim to be Christian, claim to be religious, etc. One of the number one tenets of their religions clearly says that money is the root of all evil. Yet, if you ask, which I've seen, and I've actually done the research myself, I've seen multiple interviews done from people across the seas, across the country, across the waters, and that's east, west, whatever, meaning Europe, Japan, wherever. And these people all say the same thing about Americans. They say that one thing they say is, as far as culturally, that they don't like, they dislike about America, is that America is money hungry. Everything is about money, meaning so much as Americans judge one another's humanity and status in life based off of jobs. So if depending on what job you do or how much money you make out of it, they basically said Americans determine whether they're going to respect you as humans based off of your job or how much money you have. Isn't that insane? That's crazy, bro. Like, to me, that's purposely done. That's not happenstance. That doesn't just happen just because. Now, in certain pots and pockets of the world, maybe so. In society in general, yes. But not looking at someone's humanity in that way. That shit's insane. So I just want to throw that out, man. I'm going to throw out some more of these pattern recognitionist videos where basically we'll just talk about different patterns that we're noticing in the world. And another one that I want to speak upon is the political one. You know, I want to talk more about the political aspect of pattern recognition. It being able to recognize that these people who are standing in front of you are putting on an act. Like, we really, at this point, you have to know that. Like, you have to know that's what the case is. You can't tell me that you do not know that that's what it is. You know, like, come on, man. And that's it. DSA, diversity and inclusion. That's it. Diversity. When it's like I heard someone, this one woman from Denmark today, when they were talking about Denmark are drafting, planning on, well, they're not planning on. To me, it's like a public stunt. But basically, Denmark was drafting, planning on or talking about possibly drafting women into their armies because the armies, a lot of boys and young men and boys are not aspiring nor are they joining the military. And when interviewed and asked why they're not doing this, the boys clearly and the men clearly said that the pay is horrible, that like basically you could go get a regular job anywhere and make way more money than being in the military. So I don't know how you're going to get women to join if you're not going to pay them, especially joining the military. But anyway, the point is, like, it's just more shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, just noticing these patterns. Why are you using diversity and inclusion in a world that everyone can relate to, that reflects the world we live in today? That shit. I'm noticing that shit, that very thing, diversity and inclusion, and reflect the world that we live in today. Like, that's a pattern that continues to be spread over different platforms and different fields. So again, man, like basically for the future, I kind of want to talk about that shit a little bit more, and we're gonna. So, Shame TV, man, thank you for coming through, whoever came through, especially DSA, for coming through and chilling with me. And like when you see this video, subscribe, hit your notifications so that you know that I'm gonna be doing more. I've been chilling, man, and grinding, bro, like everybody else, man. Except, I guess, all the people who are attempting to be productive and do something and try to get something out of this shit. That's all I've been doing, man. But my phone is about to die. I wanted to just throw this out here because I've been planning to do this shit for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, man, just make sure you stay tuned, bro, because we're going to do this more and more. This is basically going to be the theme of the show or the theme of the platform, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit going forward. So, like, I just letting everybody know that. Like, it's too much going on, and it's a lot going on, again, with the Diddy stuff, and, like, just so much patterns, you know, the pattern. Again, black man make it, you know what I'm saying? Boom, it's time for him to get locked up and get exposed. And it's not even the fact that black man make it time to get exposed and take him down. That's not, I know that pattern has been discovered. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need for me to really dive too deep into that. Most brothers who grow up in this country, and you ain't got to be you be a Puerto Rican, whatever, nigga, you understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that particular pattern of you make it up, then they try to do something to tear your ass down. I get that pattern. But this pattern is that a lot of people are overlooking about that is, why is there always something there for them to use on these people? So it's like, it's certain people you're not seeing and are not being allowed access to move forward because they are not the people like Puffy. They're not the people who are going to allow you to have dirt on them to fuck them over and tear them down in the future. See what I'm saying? That's the pattern we are overlooking. That's the pattern that is the most important pattern of it all. Yeah, oh man, a black man yeah, I get that, bro, but we can't throw that to the forefront because that should not be at the forefront. The forefront should be, why the fuck are brothers from our community who are getting these opportunities always the type of brothers that they have absolutely no problem with getting this information, getting these things and having these things in place to use against them. They have absolutely no problem doing this against them because they have the information, they have the ammo, they have the photos, they have the videos, they have every fucking thing they fucking need to fucking bring these people down. And if Puffy was Ice Cube or somebody like that, nigga, this wouldn't be happening because they can't bring Ice Cube down. All they bring up is his gangster rap from the past. because Ice Cube doesn't, apparently, Ice Cube wasn't at any parties. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, Ice Cube didn't go and was like, nah, I'm not going to let you, record me having sex with Usher or Chris Brown, whoever the fuck you know what I mean, they be doing whatever they was doing. And that shit, like I said, that shit I heard they did to Chris Brown, nigga, was fucking horrible. And that shit is crazy because I fuck with that dude. He's cool as shit. But, and he was young, you know what I'm saying? He's a fucking kid. So, and of course you ain't gotta worry, you can't ask why or how did it happen because, a nigga's family's not gonna do shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga's family was all about getting money off that nigga, and that's what happened. So, but the point of all of it is, that's the pattern. Like I said, I always be trying to recognize, dog, like, why is there always something there to get, nigga? Like, why do these niggas always have something available on you niggas to use over your head? Like, if that's not if that's not talked about, then, and to me, as far as I'm concerned, everything else is being missed. That's the part that's because you shouldn't even been there, or you should be at least a righteous enough type person or an upfront person. Let me say it like that, dog. You should at least be an upfront enough person, bro, to where it is nobody could talk shit. Meaning, you don't, if you fuck with punk, if you're a homosexual, then, dog, then say that shit. So therefore, later on, nobody could come to you and play you and be like, oh, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to tell the world that you really have sex with guys and you only had a family just to put on the front that you're not a homosexual like The Rock and all the other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, just come out and say that shit and then you wouldn't have to fucking go through this shit. But you're not going to do that shit because you want to portray an image and they convince you that it's best for you and whatever to portray the image, etc., etc. You a sellout. You a sellout. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, is that, bro? We ain't even, bro. I can't do that all tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna kill the whole what I'm trying to do. Like, just from the, bro, the immigrants, all that shit. Like, I could show you them motherfuckers right here in Boston, nigga. Like, they do, like, them niggas. They got hotels. All that shit, like, whenever I go to Boston, go downtown and shit, you see them niggas all over the place with fucking carriages and shit, like baby carriages and shit. Like, they all over the fucking place, man. Going in nice ass hotels and the whole 9 yards, bro. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, nigga. Like, straight up, like, they just be all over the place. And now, like, cause I live outside of Boston. So now, nigga, bro, my niggas is migrating all over the state of Massachusetts, nigga. Them niggas is migrating. They all over in Rhode Island. They all in New Hampshire. Cause up here, it's like, it's mad easier for a foreigner of any type of nationality to come. You know what I'm saying? So, them niggas coming here, that shit was like an automatic given, bro. That shit was an automatic given. But yo, again, yo, appreciate y'all for fucking with me, man. What up, Just? Like, I'm gonna keep this going, yo, so y'all just stay tuned for the videos, man. And I ain't gonna hold y'all and talking about stay tuned, my nigga. I'm gonna definitely do this because this is what actually I've been wanting to change to the channel too, man. So that's what we're doing now. So SHAMETV, man, y'all fucked with me. I appreciate it, and I'll be back with y'all.